Sagaji TV. What's good with you? This is Sagaji TV, and I'm back on day 5 of transforming my backyard. So last video you guys saw me building out my frame. You see my rebar and everything else. Well, now that my frame is built, I'm trying to get these 80-pound of cement bags into the frame. I thought that the time where I was like pulling up the grass was like labor intensive hard. I thought, okay, this will be the worst of it. Fine, whatever. I have 65 more bags to go, by the way. But I thought that would be the worst of it. I was completely wrong. This part was the worst of it. Now, I might make it seem like, oh, it's not that bad lifting these bags and throwing it into the pile. No, it's terrible. I've always thought that I have some decent amount of strength. After bag number 20, I was weak noodle arms. And I was like, I will never do this again. It's just way too hard. So here is the power of editing. Yeah. So I think I was able to get right here. This was about 20 something bags. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and start. So I stabbed through the bags right here. This actually was kind of the fun part, stabbing these bags. It's easier than trying to rip them open by hand. Just stab a hole in them. Now, it was a fun part for like the first, 11 bags. And then after that, I was like, you know what? My arms are still kind of weak. Let's see if we can have gravity do the work. And I was like, no, it's not working. It's still hard to puncture through them now. But yeah. So I don't remember what time of the day I started this, because building out the frame took a minute. Then I remember now. I did have to, because if you see all that dust flying everywhere. Yeah, you don't want to breathe that in. And man, not only was it in my hair, but it started getting in my nostrils. Man, it was not fun. But do what you gotta do. Now you might be like, why do you get a mask? I have masks, actually, but I just have no idea where they were. Crazy enough, after I finished the project, I found my mask. So that sucks, but it kind of seems about right to me. So right now I'm just kind of emptying every one of these bags. I was trying to tell my dog to get back because I really don't want her to breathe this. She is a little pug, and breathing is not their best strong suits. So once I got these bags emptied out, I start kind of like not shifting but sifting or whatever, but kind of like doing my best to get this straight as possible. Now this was annoying because the boards were kind of warped, because I didn't get to pick the boards because I ordered them online. I wanted to pick them myself, but since I was paying for shipping anyway, shipping for all my supplies from Home Depot was like $80. Shipping alone, that is the most I've ever paid for shipping for anything in my life. And I was like, well, they might as well ship this to me, my boards to me too, while I go pick them up. But yeah, I was able to fully get it all out. Now, as you can see, it's pretty flat, pretty nice, pretty smooth. The first thing I did was mist the whole thing twice, 30 minutes apart. Then later down the line, I went back and sprayed it like 6 times, like really drenched it 6 times, an hour apart. So I was up all night long to like 4 or 5 in the morning doing this. But as you can see now, the next day, well, was this the next day or day after next? I made sure it was dry basically before I even stepped my foot on it. Sure, it could cure longer. Like cement don't fully cure for like a couple weeks. But for the most part, like you could stand on it and don't have any problems. Me and my cartwheels with my big old Judy booty, But yeah, I was pretty happy with it. It came out really nice. If you can see, you see the smoothness right there on the corner right there. I end up, after I finished it all, added more cement and then sprayed it down because I wanted it was kind of rocky over there, and I wanted it smooth as possible. I was testing my dog, see if she was scared to walk on it. So she was good. And then we're not done. So I got this little platform, and now it's time to do the real main event that I've been waiting to do for such a long time, and that's build this thing right here. Yeah, a gazebo. I'm building a gazebo on top of this little platform. There were quite a few pieces, and for the most part, it wasn't too complicated. It's just tedious. I've put so many things together in my lifetime, so it wasn't actually that hard for me. Well, the idea of putting it together and all the pieces, what they happen hard. Now, doing this like alone, kind of difficult in the sense of like needing one area to be held over the other. Well, like one side needs to be held while you need to actually be working on the other side, keeping everything straight. Kind of annoying. I mean, you probably could do it if you had like a couple ladders, or like really tall ladders, or another person, you know. So like right here, I was like, let me get some stones and hold down this side over here. That way I can work on the other side. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, you do what you got to do, you know. So here you see all four sides up and like in place. So if you can see the corner of the platform, you see how I've just about a good 6 inches. So that's why I made sure like this the frame of this gazebo says that it's 13 feet by 11 feet or 13 feet by 10 feet. But in actuality, it's 12 and a half feet by 9.2 feet. So I was like, well, I want some space on the outside of the frame, just about 6 inches or so. So that's why I added a foot on each side of my frame, so it can give me 6 inches on each side. I mean, I added a foot to the frame, so from 13 and a half feet to 14 and a half feet. That way I could have 6 inches of extra space on each side of the frame. But I didn't want to go too big on the frame, because if you go bigger, you need more supplies like concrete and a longer frame and all that stuff. So I was trying to limit it as much as possible, but also giving myself enough space. So this was a perfect size. Now, as you see, I was getting the roof up. All I had is a little step stool ladder and or hardware step stool ladder, and it worked pretty fine. I was up all night putting this together as well, but I wasn't finished there. So the cement is down. Now I wanted to put a rug, because I didn't want to just walk on just normal cement. So I put an outdoor carpet under the legs, each of the legs. And then it's the next day, day 6, kind of more like day 7. But if we just go in order, it's time to like bolt this down to the cement. Now this is called a hammer drill. I did try using my regular drill, but I mean, it worked, but at the same time, it started overheating my regular drill, and I couldn't have that. So I will link this down below so you can really see what it is, where you can get it, yada yada, blah blah blah. But yeah, hammer drills aren't expensive at all. I also had to buy my own drill bits too. So the hammer drill I think was like $24 at Walmart, and then the drill bits were like 10 from Amazon. So right here, I'm finally removing the frame of my concrete. I wanted to keep it on as long as possible, you know, while the cement cured, making sure everything stays in place. Last thing you want is to like remove your frame, and underneath, guess what? It turns to like sand or Play-Doh, just crumbles, you know? So yeah. So I was able to just slide the board right on off. It doesn't stick or anything. I didn't have to put in any kind of lube or anything like that to keep it from sticking. It just comes right on off. And I was just like, ooh, it's nice and solid and thick. That's what I'm talking about. So next, I want to cut the edge of this carpet. I got this carpet outdug carpet from Home Depot. You can just have them cut it for you. It comes in lengths of 12, and then you just get how long you need it. I mean, for how wide you need it. So you can see this was my original place I would sit outside to watch my dog kind of just roam around, and it just ain't it. I think it's this 5x5 little square, not even 5x5, 5x4 little square. I would use an umbrella I keep out here to, block the sun from time to time, but no, it wasn't working for me. So that's why I built this bad boy. You see that? You see that? Yes, you see that? All by on my lonesome, baby. All on my lonesome, I built this cement platform, nice and thick and strong, with this beautiful big old gazebo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I did that, and it's nice and firm and sturdy and everything else. All the legs are bolted in. You got the sun out of the way. Now, this is what it looks like from up top. And you can see it's supposed to reflect UV light, so it doesn't completely block out the sun, which is fine by me because it does still let some light in. But to let you know, I'm still not done. We still got a whole lot more to go to finish out this project. So I'll see you guys on the next video.